Iranian drones are back in the skies over the Gulf of Oman, and U.S. commanders fear another direct approach toward the USS Abraham Lincoln. Just days after an American fighter jet shot down a Shahed 139 near the carrier, new reports say IRGC unmanned aircraft are still active, probing, watching, and testing U.S. defenses. Washington calls it a threat. Tehran calls it surveillance. Either way, the next encounter could trigger something far bigger. On February 3rd, an Iranian drone flew toward the carrier aggressively and with unclear intent, according to U.S. Central Command. An F-35C launched from the Abraham Lincoln brought it down in what the Pentagon called an act of self-defense. The message from Washington was immediate. Any approach endangering U.S. forces will be met with force. The incident unfolded as President Donald Trump warned that with U.S. warships moving closer to Iran, bad things would happen if a nuclear deal is not reached. The carrier strike group, packed with stealth jets, destroyers, and missile defenses, remains the sharp edge of American pressure. Navy Captain Tim Hawkins confirmed the intercept. An F-35C shot down the Iranian drone to protect the aircraft carrier and personnel on board. Iran's Tasnim agency admitted contact was lost with a drone in international waters, without explaining why. But Iran's Fars agency told a very different story, claiming the drone successfully completed its mission and monitored all military movements near Iran. That line suggests Tehran is not backing down. Instead, it appears to be preparing the information battlefield for the next move. The Abraham Lincoln is now the symbol of America's response to Iran's internal unrest and regional posture. Since last month's deadly crackdown on protests inside Iran, Washington has surged ships, aircraft, and air defenses into the Middle East, signaling readiness for escalation. And the skies weren't the only flashpoint. Just hours after the shootdown, IRGC boats and a Mohajer drone swarmed the U.S.-flagged tanker Stena Imperative in the Strait of Hormuz. They ordered the ship to stop and prepare to be boarded. The tanker refused. A U.S. Navy destroyer rushed in to escort it, and the situation de-escalated, but barely. To Washington, it looked like coordinated pressure from air and sea. Now, intelligence sources warn the IRGC could attempt another drone approach, perhaps closer, perhaps more provocative, to test American rules of engagement. One miscalculation could turn surveillance into combat within minutes. Drones circling, warships on alert, diplomacy hanging by a thread. Iran says it is only watching. The United States says it will shoot again if threatened. In the narrow waters around the Abraham Lincoln, the distance between monitoring and war is measured not in miles, but in seconds.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.